Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and start this thing off.
Not gonna do a lot.
Oh my god.
Not gonna do a lot of customization here, but I'm gonna make them blue.
Oh, here we go. This is it. This is where it all begins. Again, for the third time or fourth time. You know how many fucking times do we have to try this shit?
Quite a lot, I'd say. Definitely kept trying, and it never really worked out.
Alright, well, welcome to the first good, I'm gonna say, broadcast of our darkest hours. I'm Ryan.
I'm Sean.
And we're playing Dark Souls tonight. We're gonna drink some brews. Drinking the new Shock Top Chocolate Wheat. It is a chocolate wheat beer, seasonal brew for Christmas. Really good chocolate notes, nice dark beer, not too hoppy, very smooth, very nutty in flavor. I don't know, do you have any comments on this beer?
It's really nice. It's got a rich flavor, but it does not have like a bitter aftertaste.
By the way, if you are under the age of 18 in most of the rest of the world, or 21 in the United States, don't go thinking this is licensed to start drinking beer, okay?
I don't. Well, I mean, obviously we can't legally encourage underage
no
drinking.
Legal encouragement here.
But
we all know we all drink. Right?
I will say that I think the laws are definitely stupid on that. I mean, at least if you have parental consent, that should be good enough.
By the way, I'm actually in the chat room too, so if anyone wants to jump in, chat, anybody wants to comment, go ahead. I'm watching, and I'll be responding. Any questions, any comments, go ahead and drop it in. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. If you find our link into our YouTube page from here, it's also Our Darkest Hours on YouTube. And you can follow us at Twitter at ODH_official, same as here. Yeah. So, like it.
We are good to go, I think. I think, well, I don't know, he kind of...
fucking Captain Planet over here.
Yeah, well, no, if it was Captain Planet, his hair would be green. But I think we gotta go...
Why isn't it green?
Because I think we got, one, Captain Planet couldn't beat shit, so we're definitely not gonna do that. I'm just trying to make him look a little less derpy over here. I mean, it's kind of hard to do with the classic Dark Souls character creator.
And just in case anybody is curious, I'm vaping over here. This is what's changing the world for a lot of former smokers and a lot of smokers right now. So if you know somebody right now, it's Christmas time. If you've got a family member who's a smoker and you want to get them a little healthier and give them some independence, help them save some money, just Google vaping, and there's a couple of online vape shops you can check out, bevapehappy.com, and that'll give you a good idea. I'm not going to put an annotation or link on this right now, but if you're interested, go for it. Again, that's for 18 and up. Alright, Stitches.
Stitches, yeah. I only came up with that recently, but I figured that's a decent sounding name because it's got my first initials in it, so clearly this is mine. Hands off. Original the character, do not steal. And we are ready to go.
So here it goes.
You know,
In
it's
the age of ancients,
it's kind of sad that this game was never as popular as it should have been when it was, you know, new and out. But I will say that Dark Souls definitely is the best game ever made. And I don't mean that as hyperbole. I'm not saying literally, but being figuratively. No, I'm literally saying it's the best game ever made.
but then there was fire.
It has a lot of things
And
that
with
other
fire
games just lack.
came
It has some
disparity.
depth. It has a sense of mystery. there are things that you can discover on your own. You really don't, since there is no, walkthrough, there is no tutorial, there's no real guidebook. You just kind of have to go and learn as you go. So, unlike a lot of games, even in the MMORPG arena, where you jump in and they're already pointing you off in directions and giving you quests. In this game, you're right there.
I mean, that was probably completely different back in 1999, where you didn't even have a map or a quest tracker. But while Dark Souls, yeah, you can say it's flawed. There's no question that it's flawed. But that's not to say that because it's flawed, it's not great. I mean, it really is. And I'm really excited to see that From Software is going back to revamp Dark Souls 2 with Scholar of the First Sin. They're making a lot of changes, and I think that if they do it right, they can really make Dark Souls 2 go from being a good game to a great game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the lore is just so deep. I mean, the problem with Dark Souls 2 is they were trying to grasp that mystery that Dark Souls gave you, but the problem is they tried to solve it by simply asking a lot of questions. I mean, the characters have, their dialogue, they say things, but it's all just filled up with ending things with a question. Item descriptions, for example, like, you got a lot of the lore in Dark Souls just by reading the item descriptions, and you learn things about the world of Lordran through the item descriptions. But with Dark Souls 2, they didn't really do that. They simply raised a lot of vague questions that tried to be esoteric, but just really weren't. Yeah, I'm gonna use words that I'm probably not applying properly in this context, but you know what, whatever. I'll probably be better when I'm a bit more drunk.
Yeah, we'll definitely get better as the alcohol flows.
But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain.
You know, I never get tired of the opening cinematic. It's just so beautiful.
What I can really say, this game also does something that other games don't. It gives you this really rich environment, this beautiful world to come into.
And I think it's one of the best games to recapture that modern horror that like games like Diablo 2 had that Diablo 3 didn't. You get a real sense of just the decay of the world that, entropic heat death is coming real soon. Literally.
Go ahead and close that message out.
Alright. Why did we hit this again?
Because you have to.
Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead.
And like all RPGs, you start off in a dungeon.
Yep. The best kind of starting.
Honestly, like people complain about it being used too much, and it is used. It is used a lot, but I think it's a great place to start off any story.
To await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Sorry, we're just gonna be fixing up the audio real quick. I just
one of our technical engineers is giving us a note saying we got to do something about this audio.
I'm even more blue dead than I am alive.
I'm so blue. Look at how blue I am.
Just by a blue house with a blue window.
I'm a blue house and a blue window.
There we go. Let's try dropping this down a bit.
You're blue, but if you were green, would you die, or are you already dead?
Well, I'm already dead, so you can't really die again. You can only hollow.
Yeah. Did you give a game volume reduction there?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I went and turned everything down. I don't know if that fixed it,
I
but
certainly hope that did something.
if that's not enough, I'll try going into Audacity. Or not Audacity. I'll go into
OBS.
OBS and
fix
fix
that. Yeah.
Okay, that didn't work.
Aww,
I was hoping-
failure.
I was hoping to get a running jump. I am definitely no noob when it comes to this game. You're gonna get to see me speed running the catacombs.
Yeah. The guy sitting next to me here is pretty damn good when it comes to Dark Souls, so.
Yeah, I dabble. I've never been good in the PvP aspect of it. Like, I win some duels, but a lot of the time I get killed by the lag. But we got new internet.
We have a little bit better internet.
Yeah, we recently got Comcast, so hopefully latency won't be as much of an issue as it was before. But if I, if somebody with, electric weapons attacks me, I'm pretty much screwed.
Yeah, definitely. I'm coming for you!
Oh, it didn't work.
You didn't change your weapon out, so you can't backstab with the broken hilt.
Well, you can backstab anybody. It's just the effectiveness of it is going to vary.
Ouch.
And you have to be at the right angle, too. Most recent thing I played is Dark Souls 2, so
time.
I was playing Dark Souls 2 last, so I'm not quite as comfortable with the controls as I used to be, but I'll get it real quick.
Want to give a special shout out to Kajol and Loki for moderating the chat right now.
Still remember how to parry.
Hopefully we'll have some people who want to talk to us, but if not, then I guess we're succeeding because nobody wants to watch us.
Yeah, look at us already acting like we're supposed to be internet famous.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just gonna go skipping through most of this dialogue because while I did sit through the opening cutscenes, I remember most of this game like the back of my hand.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We've got some people hosting for us, Just gonna be doing some gaming tonight. Oh, by the way, happy Sol Invictus for everyone out there.
Happy Yule.
Yeah, happy Yule. Happy Winter Solstice. Happy
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Yes.
And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else.
Happy Posthumous.
Yep. All glory to the giant spaghetti monster.
And his
Flying spaghetti monster.
and his
Noodly appendages, which
appendages,
we are
yes.
all touched by.
yes. Yeah, hold on.
I don't think there's anything else. Stream looks a bit laggy over here.
Yeah, it is just a little bit laggy, but I think that's because we do have a lot of streaming going right now. But hopefully everything else should be all right. Hopefully audio's coming through nice. Hopefully some of you guys aren't experiencing the same little laggy bits that we're getting.
For some reason, when I did the plunging attack, it didn't trigger the special animation that it normally does. But I'll just, poke his butt and roll away at key times like you're supposed to. And that time I forgot to roll because I thought he was going to do his down stab. Oops.
Ouchies.
Camera's getting a bit wonky. I think I need to heal.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, the last time I did this, I think I killed him in 3 swings and didn't have to heal.
What class were you?
Barbarian.
Well, bandit.
Or bandit, yeah. Same thing.
Same thing. And it's really nice playing Dark Souls on the PC because it just runs so much better.
Yeah.
I know when it first came out, it didn't run at all, pretty much. Like, it ran even worse than the console versions. But unlike the console versions, they fixed it. So you can actually go to Blighttown and have a frame rate.
Yep. Which you'll get to see in a little while, most likely.
Possibly. I don't know how long it'll take.
We might make it there, but this is gonna be a speed run to Pinwheel, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, straight speed run to Pinwheel.
That's the goal.
Hopefully we end up with Mask of the Child, but we'll take Mask of the Father too.
Or mask. Any mask.
Either one, any of them, they're all good. They're just, it's gonna determine essentially what build this ends up being.
Yep.
Everything hinges upon which mask we get. Because there's only one acceptable answer. There's only one acceptable afro for Mask of the Father. Everyone knows this.
Well, see, I don't really like the Giant Dad build, and I know that's where you're going with this. And if you're gonna be
Heresy!
If you're gonna be playing a Giant Dad, you're supposed to start off with Bandit, but I picked Wanderer because Wanderer was always, my favorite in Dark Souls. Generally, I prefer playing like a Sorcerer class, but Sorcery is not really a viable build in this game. It can be if you do a couple of special things, but I didn't pick up the Master Key, so I'm not going to be starting off with as many souls as, I might normally do, but I figured, I'm not going to be cheap.
This is going to be interesting.
But grabbing those fire bombs are definitely essential for this.
Yep.
Because if you don't have the fire bombs, you are not going to be taking down the Necromancer, and you're not going to be getting that bonfire lit. Unless you're, a Pyromancer or something. Pyromancer is definitely a good starting class in this game because it's a very quintessential spellcaster, and it's good for building off into more combat roles and using the pyromancies as a support. Let's see.
Also, you do have a little bit more melee option than a sorcerer.
Yeah. I mean, granted, using a knife is pretty freaking good. They do really high critical damage. But first thing I'm going to do, I'm just picking up a bunch of stuff, and then I'm going to run back to the bonfire just to get my Estus flasks up, because I will need them.
By the way, if you're watching, feel free to comment or
Yeah.
subscribe or like or share this with your friends. The more the merrier.
And we'll probably do some pontificating about games as we go on.
Yeah, there's likely to be some off-topic stuff in here. Or on-topic, depending on if you're following Gamergate or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of that has blown over at this point.
Yeah, it really has.
But
It's starting to kind of die out. I mean, you're not seeing quite as much of it, but it's still, very rampant in the Tumblr community.
yeah, it's something that, there's a lot of internal strife going on with the movement as a whole right now. But I think as long as they kind of keep their focus on and not get sidetracked by minutia, I think we can hope that the state of gaming will improve.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, it's kind of annoying when you can't have just your hobby and enjoy it and people have to come around and be moral crusaders. It's kind of the whole 1980s Republican, Christian crackdown of the modern era. The social justice warriors are the new moral crusaders. It's prohibition all over again. And that's what's really annoying about it. It's like, if you stand for liberal values, like I think most people do, then why are you doing the exact same things that the conservatives of yesteryear did?
It just does not make sense.
This is why you need the... Well, I didn't see that coming. Normally they don't come through there. But it's Dark Souls. If you're not dying, then you're, probably not playing.
Yeah. So what, why are you using Firebomb instead of Black Firebomb?
Because I didn't take that as a starting item.
No, you want Tiny Witch's Ring? Or,
Old
or
Witch's Ring.
Witch's Ring?
Yeah, I didn't take the Tiny Being Ring. So basically the trick is to get it to where they don't follow you into the room, and I clearly failed on that.
Rejection.
Just, completely denied.
No stairway. Denied.
Just complete utter denial, like every girl I've ever asked out.
You only have 3 fire bombs left. You better make them count.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Dodge! Dodge!
Yeah, I'm probably screwed.
Dodge!
I'm probably not gonna do it today.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be difficult.
Normally, I get this the first time. But I guess being, live broadcasting, obviously, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah, it has to go wrong since we're on the spot here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching Dragon Force perform in concert.
They just can't do it. Maybe I'm just not drunk enough. Who knows?
Perhaps. But you only have 1 black fire bomb. Or one fire bomb left. I mean, you're not going to be able to...
Yeah, these are just STD bombs.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to kill him now. So I don't know why you're going.
I think I can do it. I'll find a way. Or I won't. But you know what? If I don't make it this time, I think I'll just give it up.
Like Dark Souls. Just give up.
Yep.
There it is.
There it is.
It's over.
Yeah, there.
Welcome to Dark Souls, everybody.
I am clearly out of practice. So, luckily I didn't consume any of the items I have in here, so I'll at least have some souls going in.
Yep.
But I'll save those until I get to the Undeadburg, I guess. So, I know all maybe no viewers are going to be disappointed with that.
Yep, there it is.
Well, I hate it when they do that, because you're sitting there thinking, when's he going to bring it down?
Drop the bass. Skeleton is giving you a hard time.
I am out of shape. Perfect timing.
Oh god, I'm on fire!
So, as you can tell, I am very much out of practice.
He just swung around and Hit you in the back. Stab him off the cliff. You didn't watch his body roll off the edge.
Yeah, I'm doing really bad right now.
Yeah, this is kind of piss poor for you, I'd gotta say.
Yeah, normally I do not do this way. I don't know what's happening.
You're on the spot. You can't perform under pressure.
It's just, it's prom night all over again. I never went to prom. And I went to... I went to jump the Dark Souls 2 way with the thumbstick.
Thumbstick jump for the loss.
You can tell I've been playing
boy.
way too much Dark Souls 2.
Like, timing your parries all wrong.
Watch me suck at Dark Souls.
Waiting an inordinate amount of time to do your riposte. Trying to jump with the thumbstick.
I mean, I just need to stop being a fucking casual and get good.
Back open. Had
So-
to take a quick mic time out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I've probably just been like playing too much Sims or something, playing too much casual games.
What are you, casual?
Clearly.
Only Afro would be disappointed.
But you know, you know, I'm having a good feeling about, you know, this going forward. I think that I can redeem myself. At least, hopefully. Hopefully I
Don't
can.
you know that only Jesus can redeem you?
I think you're thinking of Odin.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Odin.
Praise be to the All-Father. But you know, there's another level of difficulty when you're trying to play Dark Souls, a game that requires complete and utter concentration with, you know, trying to make commentary while you're doing it.
Yep. That is...
It
is a challenge.
It's not a game where you can just blissfully run around like you can in, say, Skyrim or something. And it's like, oh, game is too hard. And I keep trying to jump with the thumbstick.
Which brings me to another point. If anybody watching or anyone who watches this in the future has any ideas or suggestions for games that they want to see, go ahead and drop it. Drop a comment, leave a suggestion, send us a message or a tweet. We'll see what we can do. We'll get back to you. Because we actually pay attention to people.
Well, we have no choice, having probably no followers at
Exactly.
the moment. You know,
Yeah.
people actually matter on an individual level. It's only once you get into the, you know, thousands of subscribers that it's like, okay, you are now just a bloated mass. And
Once you're like PewDiePie, I don't think he even pays attention to his own channel.
I mean, that would be the safe assumption to make. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, I timed that wrong.
I would just hack and slash my way out of that.
No.
Now I have to use a parry riposte because
Because I can. And it's more stylish. You get more souls that way, anyway. In Dark Souls 2, they took that
By
mechanic
the way,
away.
whoever it was that just followed us, thanks so much. Awesome. Keep on following. Tell your friends. Or don't. But if you don't, you're a dick.
Yes, be a follower. Do what everyone else does. Because fuck individuality. Don't think for yourself. Just do what other people tell you to do.
But where we gonna go without Archer? We need him. No!
Well, I can give up the extra souls. Rubbish. Where would I be without rubbish?
I need rubbish. And poppycock. Lots of poppycock.
Yes. Don't forget hogwash. Because where would the world be without hogwash? Well, I think we've very much run out of commentary.
Yeah,
at
we're
this
starting
point.
to run low on Steam, so I think we're going to diverge into some off-topic stuff right now. One thing... Dragon! One thing that's been going on in the media right now, or not media, but in the land of YouTube, is there's a channel right now that has been suspended for false flagging on thumbnails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So anyone who's familiar with The Amazing Atheist, you know, the greatest YouTuber of all time, and everybody should go watch and subscribe to him.
yeah, exactly.
Basically, he does a podcast with Scotty and Ben called the Drunken Peasants Podcast. And basically, they had somebody in video on their show that they were responding to, and she appeared in their thumbnail. But I guess because in the thumbnail she had cleavage, somehow that was false advertising, even though it wasn't. So YouTube is, and it's not just him, apparently there are a lot of other YouTubers now who are getting screwed over by YouTube
Yeah.
under false flagging for copyright infringement when there is none.
Yeah. So basically, when you're making videos where you have altered the original content of the format, especially when adding things like commentary, all that, that's for educational or artistic purposes, and it is protected under free speech acts. Well, for people to flag things because they feel they have been somehow copyrighted, but they're doing it intentionally. They're basically being trolls, flagging channels that they disagree with the content of the channel, so they try and silence the channel.
I mean, it's a complete violation of the Fair Use Act. It's
Yeah.
just, you know, false DMCA, and this stuff has been going on for years. I think everybody should be completely familiar with it at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it doesn't matter for a channel like us. We're insignificant.
We're so small and insignificant right now that nobody gives a shit. But going forward in the future, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what it's going to be like. So obviously, you know, we want to kind of have this message of just letting people get their views out there. Because even if you disagree with the view, you can still learn from it. And I mean, let's say you do disagree with the content on the Amazing Atheist channel or the Drunken Peasants live podcast, which is the one that we're specifically referencing. Even if you disagree with their stuff, by trying to make it to where they can't speak anymore, then you can't use their content to comment on their content. You can't add your own.
Yeah, I thought so.
Commentary.
I just an aside here. Obviously, somebody's
Yeah,
like,
obvious
oh,
trap, obvious drop off.
obvious troll is obvious. But no, what it really boils down to is something Christopher Hitchens said. You know, you're making yourself a prisoner of your own mind, and when you don't allow criticism of your own values, you can't grow on them. You can't justify them, and you basically make it to where, you know, you're saying that someone else's opinion is so damaging to yours that you have to silence them in order to defend yours, which only speaks about the weakness of your own position when you don't allow for criticism. It's like the feminist frequency, Anita Sarkeesian. She disables all comments and ratings. She doesn't allow any dissenting opinions. It's basically, you create an echo chamber, and when you have an echo chamber, you stop growing mentally, and you just your brain becomes mush at that point, because the brain is like every other muscle in your body. You use it or you lose it.
Yeah, so for people that just like to lock themselves into their own little YouTube video and talk basically to themselves about what they believe, then you're not getting any real discussion. Which it's so funny, the hypocrisy of it all is they all talk about needing a better discussion, but they don't want any discussion.
Exactly. When they say they want a discussion, what they actually mean is they want their opinions given precedence over everyone else. They want themselves to be heard,
Yeah.
and for everyone to agree with them and to go completely unchallenged.
So, what's the first order of business here with your character right now?
Right now I'm souling up, and I'm gonna take some humanity, go human, and cut my way through the Berg to get to the first official boss of the game, not counting the Asylum Demon, obviously, but the Taurus Demon. Which, only two bosses in the game that have the same boss battle music. Every other boss has their own song. And what I really like about Dark Souls is the fact that it almost never uses music. Like, music is only applied where necessary.
That is a nice touch. It gives you music when you need some kind of mood, like, oh, I need to be, really, really careful with this boss because the music sounds really, really frightening and epic.
But it's not even just that. Like, spoiler alert, if you've never beaten Dark Souls, I would turn the mute off, right now. In the final battle against Gwyn, when you are going to either rekindle the bonfire or let it fade, the music that plays is very solemn. It's a very beautiful piano piece that really gives you the mood of, this is a tragic end for a fallen god. And that's what's really great about Dark Souls, is the music doesn't simply try and convey epic action. It conveys other moods as well. But mostly the world speaks for itself. The absence of music allows you to decide how you personally feel about it rather than the music tell you how to feel. And that's really important in terms of actually storytelling in its own right. Just gonna pop most of that into dexterity. And I forgot to consume some humanity.
A little bit of humanity.
Let's see, we have one person in the chat right now.
Yep. One person in chat. Give a shout out here to Pentakilison. I hope I pronounced that right.
Pentakill Lee Sin, probably.
Oh yeah, there we go. Pentakill Lee Sin. Nice. Well. And Total Carnage, thank you for following. Nice to have you there. Welcome to our darkest hours, and like, subscribe, follow, check us out on YouTube. Videos will be archived up there. We may even do some compilation videos, some little clips. There's some funny videos. There's one up right now of actually one of our co-contributors and moderator cajoling Loki playing League of Legends.
Yeah, if we have any particularly funny bits, then we'll definitely put those in short videos.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you gotta have that clickbait. You know, maybe somebody will invade us and we'll get something funny out of that.
Yeah, it's really, with Dark Souls, it's kind of hard to just, oh, sorry for bumping the mic there. With Dark Souls, it's kind of hard to tell, you know, what's going to happen. You never know when it's going to be funny. They're, like, falling off the edge of the cliff. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was. Like, I'm sitting there I'm
sure there's some people that got a good chuckle out of that, right?
They can laugh at how much of a noob I am.
Yeah, like, what an idiot. I would have never done that.
But we've all done it.
We all have done it.
Everyone who's, like, played Dark Souls and then played Dark Souls 2 and then gone back, they've all made the same mistake.
Yep.
Unless they're one of the people that, like, upon immediately starting the game up, they remapped it to have it be the classic button layout, where they never had to relearn to use the thumbstick.
There's some Blackfire bombs.
I mean, I could try going back to the catacombs, but I think for the time being, I'm just going to dredge forward. Flawless
nice
victory.
humanity out of that.
Yeah, you get it every once in a while. Sometimes the game throws you a bone. Not often, though. I'm gonna sneak up on them, but you always get stuck on these boards if you don't hit it at the exact correct angle walking down. See what I mean? You gotta hit it just right. And he turned around. But one thing I probably still can do really well. Oh no, he fell off. Oh, yay! He didn't completely fall. Yeah, I think in Dark Souls 2, that kind of fall would kill you. Because they really upped the fall.
It's like, we're gonna make this like five atmospheres of gravity. Like, you will die.
Tell you what, you want to talk about games really screwing with gravity. Assassin's Creed. It just cannot get gravity right.
Or Halo 2, for that matter.
Oh yeah, Halo 2, it's like falling to the ground causes you to bounce, 1,000 meters into the air. If you hit a crack.
Oh, sweet. We've got JRX Demon following now. So, one of the guys on my League of Legends friends list, he knows who I is. Shout out.
Now, because I didn't take the key, actually, I can go back and...
Or you could go pull the Black Knight up here and kill the Black Knight.
Oh, I'm going to take out the Black Knight, but I want to go get that Gold Pine resin first. So I need to get the residence key anyway, because I did not take the master key.
That is very true. And you still have to take the residence key regardless of whether you get the master key or not.
Yeah, if you want to save Griggs anyway.
Yeah.
If you care about Griggs, help a Help a sorcerer out. And I forgot about these guys.
Oh, beautiful parry riposte combination. I'd work on a guard break instead, or a kick.
Well, yeah, you can kick them to coax them to attack you, but what I really want to do is get one of them. Better roll back.
So give them a kick and they'll stumble.
Well, I just remembered that I'm using a scimitar and you can't kick when wielding the scimitar.
Ah, that's right. Backstabber!
Gotta get those backstaboos.
Oh, Juice Box is in the stream. What up, Juice?
I'm guessing you know them because I don't. But then again, I wasn't there for last stream when you were playing League. That's mostly because I don't care about League of Legends.
Yeah, and if anyone saw my old League of Legends stream, I don't know why, but there was this giant black box over the screen. I could not fix that glitch for the life of me.
Horrible. Oh my god, did you stick around? Thank you kindly.
Dark Souls, a game where everybody who lives in it has a dark sense of humor. That's the message you get. You know, the world's ending, but you can have a good laugh out of it. After all, misfortune is funny. That's good beer.
Yeah, I need to take another drink of this delicious beer. I don't know why I'm not drinking more. Ah, crisp.
It's a nice chocolate beer.
You know, as it warms up, you can really taste the chocolate coming through a lot more.
Yeah, you really can. But you don't want to drink it like British warm.
Ugh.
You know,
It may taste like a warm cup of tobacco to a spit, but it's still beer, damn it.
you know, if you've got some beer in Britain, I suggest putting it next to a bagel. It'll cool them down, because the Brits can't figure out how to cook food.
They'll eventually reach temperature equilibrium. Or thermal equilibrium, excuse me, for all the science nerds out there. Yeah.
Gonna pop on some gold pine resin to get the extra damage out. Just gonna wait till I get up a bit closer though. Being all sneaky. Be very quiet. I'm hunting black knights. Now watch as I just stand still and parry all of his attacks.
Whammo!
Exciting combat.
This is skill. Oh!
I recovered.
Still recovered. I thought he was gonna waste you with that second one.
You'd think that, but you'd be wrong.
I guess so.
You know, I may be out of practice, but I still know how to play.
We're gonna league it up at some point. It may be tomorrow if anyone's still following. Anybody catches this later. Asking if he can show himself on stream. Huh. Nah. We'll leave cajoling Loki in anonymity for now.
Can't let those tight night worms get away.
Yeah, Actually, let's go ahead and have a little bomb from Cajoling Loki. Cajoling Loki will probably be in here in the next few seconds to go ahead and wave at the camera for everybody, and then he'll return back to his hole. Put him back in his cage.
Another thing that Dark Souls probably doesn't get praised enough for is just how realistic the combat is. Like you just saw there, once you have someone down on the ground, there's really no recuperating from it. I mean, there are a couple unrealistic properties to the combat, like rolling in combat.
Here comes
or
Cajoling Loki, everybody. He gets a little bomb.
oversized weaponry.
Say hi to the camera.
Hi guys.
Alright,
Okay, back to moderator it
back
is.
to the cage.
Because, I mean, like, yeah, you've got giant oversized weapons, but other than that, Dark Souls is fairly consistent on, you know, realism in terms of weapon. Oh, well, you know what? Fuck you too, buddy.
He's just gonna keep backing up on you. Oh! You can crush my bones, but you can't crush my spirit.
Oh, my spirit. See, for some reason, I'm not getting those plunging attacks. Like, and if anyone was here earlier when I, you know, fought the Asylum Demon, I just went straight through it. And I'm wondering if there's a bug or something with the recent update that I was unaware
There may
of.
be a little bug for that plunging attack.
And wow, that freaking laptop is just so
Yeah.
hot right now.
I don't know if anyone can hear that fan every once in a while when it revs up, but this thing gets hot.
You know, like Lindsay Lohan Mean Girls hot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, back
Just that hot.
back when, you know, it was acceptable for women to have body mass. These
That
days,
was a very beautiful little
series
engagement
of
there. It's like
just
two parries into a backstab, just flowing like water.
you know, following the.
That was pretty terrible.
Yeah, I think I hit some rapids there. Like that. It's always confusing to time it because just when you think that they're going to bring their weapon down, they don't. You know, I haven't gotten invaded this whole time, but then again, I stayed hollow. I didn't restore.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get all three of them. Nope.
Aww.
That's disappointing. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Womp.
Normally I can get him too with a backstab.
Backstabber!
So I noticed. This is my controller, right?
That is your controller.
I just noticed something when I was running that he started slowing down even though I had the joystick pushed forward all the way. That was interesting.
Did a lot of damage.
Yeah. Not like exciting.
Oh, a spear.
Just wait till I get a halberd.
Just use a spear. Two-hand that spear.
No, I don't even think I have the stats to use it right at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
only
Whoops.
11 strength is required.
I'm short of that. Let's see. Last time I played through the game, my build was Black Knight's halberd, all Eastern armor with Mask of the Child and a Grass Crest shield, Ring of Favor and Protection, and Havel's Ring so that I have those fast rolls. And yeah, it was a pretty good build. I forget what my stats were, but
The only downside to that Black Knight's halberd is the fact that you really can't do anything as far as enchants or things to it. I mean, you can't put Dark Moon Blade on it.
I think you actually can if you have it. But I didn't have the faith stats for the miracles to apply to my weapons.
It'd be a good thing to invest in that,
Yeah,
especially if you're gonna PvP with this.
we might do PvP later down the road if that's still a thing. I was in the what was the covenant called? The Cat Covenant. I forget the name of it right offhand. Okay, let's get my gold pine resin out because I'm gonna need it.
There
we
you
go.
go.
That's what I was looking for.
Now run back up the stairs like a good boy.
Don't need to.
Just gonna hack and slash his sword.
Yep. He hit me at the same time, and I could have fallen off that ledge there. But I didn't. I didn't, and that's what matters.
That's all that counts.
Just leaves the viewers guessing, what's going to happen. Is he going to make it? Keep them on the edge of their seats. Secrets for everybody, if you didn't already know about that.
It's kind of blatantly obvious sitting there glowing.
Yeah. And now to talk to our best friend in the whole world, Solaire.
The Great. The Sunbrow.
Hello. You don't look hollow, Sparkle.
I mean, if you don't
What's
like...
that? You don't look hollow. I am Solaire of Astora. Now that I'm undead, I have to do something with Lord Gwyn and seek my son.
Like,
What?
if you don't like this guy...
What?
If you don't like this guy, you have no soul. You're a ginger.
The way I see it, in a land
Everybody loves the Sunbros.
is pleasing and great. We are amidst strange beings. The flow of time itself is convoluted. The very fabric waves.
And see, I like that Dark Souls does a lore explanation as well for multiplayer. It's rare to see a game do that, and especially do it well. But at the end of the day, Dark Souls is one big metaphor for quantum physics. It is the multiverse theory, the many worlds interpretation for all you quantum physicists out there.
It is pretty cool.
If you played World of Warcraft, avoid the fire. Get out of the fire. Although, chances are, if you play World of Warcraft, you probably still never learn that, no matter how many times you were told to stay out of the fire. At least if you're one of the people that joined in, like, Cataclysm onwards. Because we
Is
got
there glowing purple stuff on the floor?
Yeah?
Well, then don't stand in it.
Okay.
Why are you dead?
This purple stuff just appeared under me.
I forgot. Let's pop up strength to 12. Get that up. Just a bit. We want to have more health than, nothing. But this is primarily going to be a dexterity build. And you know what? We should probably reverse hollowing, because staying hollow is being a pussy. You gotta let the invaders come, because if you just don't get the full Dark Souls experience if you don't do that.
I think a good way to wrap this up would be for you to go to the bridge and use a cracked red eye orb.
I don't think I'm in the Covenant for that.
No, you can use the cracked red eye orb.
Well, let's go ahead and try.
to go into the bridge and...
This is actually the first time I've ever tried using this item.
I'm gonna find somebody to bully.
Or get slaughtered by, one way or the other. If you got a bow, you can totally take out his tail and get the sword.
Yep.
If you're two-handing it, it's got a nice
you do have
right
the
trigger attack.
dexterity for it. But you only have a crossbow, right?
Yeah.
I would check your items, see if you do have a bow. You may have picked one up.
I don't think I did. I'm also not seeing me going into anyone else's world.
Well, you're not going into their world just yet.
Failed to invade.
Yeah, failed to invade. Oh well. There's nobody there. Uh-oh, you got both of them. All hail no.
Tried to get one at a time, but you know. Oops. Oh.
Your shield doesn't work that way, Archer.
It wasn't too big of a deal. The first time you got to this point in the game, you were stuck there for hours.
I spent 2 hours stuck trying to get past these rats.
Yeah. Like, if you think I'm doing bad,
just watch me play.
Yeah.
You'll feel good about yourself, even if you're brand new to the game.
Definitely not your fort, because it's not actually pronounced forte. The E is silent, but most people don't know that.
Oh god. This is a really difficult fight.
At least when you're just starting out. Like that.
Oh god, he's coming. Ow.
I did not time that parry right.
He is going to kill you.
The tricky thing is his, there we go. His moves are a bit unpredictable. And he promptly raffle stomped me. I should probably eat some humanity. How long are we in?
Yeah, I think we're getting pretty far up there in time, so
Like,
we don't want to drag out too long. We don't want to make this video too unbearably long to watch or too abysmally difficult to edit later, so we may just go ahead and cut this tonight and sign out. And, you know, thanks for everybody for watching. Thank you if you followed.
Looks
thank
like we
you
got
if you subscribed.
46 views so far?
I don't know if that's our total views for this broadcast or our total views for our channel, or if, we're all still pretty new to this, but, thank you for joining us tonight for our darkest hours. I don't know, we've probably been at this about an hour now.
Hopefully we'll produce some more interesting content in the future.
Yeah, as things keep going, we're going to be releasing more and more content, and it's going to be, great.
We'll get a bit funnier, maybe.
Get a little bit more practice in, a little bit more direction.
Yeah, not so much stumbling around with our words.
We really need one direction.
Yeah, no, let's not.
Alright, well, This has been Our Darkest Hours. I'm Ryan.
I'm Sean.
And peace the fuck out.
See you guys later.